For Odin's glory, in the night we ride. Blades clashing armor on the stormy skies. Dragons in the distance, flames light up the way. Warriors of the legend, we won't go astray. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise. Marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Honored by the ravens, feast on what we earn. Heroes in the making, to Valhalla we turn. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise. Marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight. Shields raised in defiance, battle cries arise. Marching to the chorus of the ancient skies. Valhalla we turn. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Valhalla's calling, echoes in the night. Raise your sword to thunder, for Odin we will fight.
All right, welcome in everybody to Valhalla Season 5, Week 8. With me tonight are Malco and Halfling as your casters. How are you doing tonight, gentlemen?
You already know we doing good, and I'm grateful to have Halfling joining us here on the desk tonight as we get some of that high-level analytical play alongside the shoutcasting that you guys know and love here on the Valhalla desk. Halfling, how are you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I don't know about the high level analytical gameplay, but there's some sort of analysis going on here because I've definitely been missing a couple of my marks recently, but I've been hitting some other stuff. I'm excited to see how the teams kind of react to this new patch.
I'm actually very excited for this new patch too, especially with the return of my favorite rune of the lethal tempo coming back this time around. That's going to definitely shift around the meta for the AD carries, especially with the uptick of Ashe and Jinx. I believe are going to be probably two that we're going to see some more prominence. And definitely with some changes in that support role, we should be also seeing. So the bot lane has definitely been very much affected here. And then the amount of flexibilities that we're possibly going to be able to see from the different two teams, especially with the different champions that have become much stronger. Is there any particular ones that you're looking out for?
Oops.
Oh,
Well, shaken. I'm sorry. I just got a message. My former school league is using all my overlays that I gave them, which is pretty funny. I just had to go check that out real quick. I'm sorry.
no,
But
that's
I
cool.
mean, so kind of looking, do we have time to look into these changes, or are these teams ready to go right into draft?
We have some time. We can look at these changes, but real quick, shout out to Malco. Thank you for the Prime subscription. 30 Days of Love, as you well know. And also, special shout out there to Killer Kumquat for the new music. As you guys heard that first song, and we'll have some others coming your way if we have any breaks. And for wrap up, all right, dive
Sweet.
into it.
Sweet. So you kind of talked about the lethal tempo and the support changes. I kind of want to talk about like my view from this. So I do play support solo queue. It's not going too well recently, a little 2-8 over these last couple of days. It happens, it's okay. But my view is like what I've heard is a lot of Ashe. I haven't been seeing it, but I know Ashe is super duper prioritized. Kind of just having lethal thrown at her already in a really strong state. So I pretty much expect these teams to be taking that on blue one every single game and just trading that pick around unless they ban it, which I feel like is a little bit of a wasted ban. Everything else is kind of the same. Our normal lethal tempo 80 carries are going to be just stronger. Jinx, Kog'Maw, Varus are all in a very solid spot right now. But something that's kind of been surprising has been those AP bot laners. You can say that in a second here, but the AP bot laners actually win rate wise are pretty strong. Oh, damn, they're already in draft.
Yes, they are.
Go,
Looks like we're
go,
gonna be
Go
getting
time.
into
go ahead.
draft.
No, you guys go
So
ahead. Keep talking. We'll catch
We
up.
keep going.
Yeah, we'll catch up with the animated bot.
Oh yeah, that's
And
sweet.
shout out to
Um,
Bulgaria, 30 Days of Love. Thank you for the
Ooh,
Prime
yeah,
subscription.
Yeah, thanks, Bulk. But kind of going into the AP bot laners, do you want to cover that, Malco, and I'll get the supports?
yes, really quickly. So I was actually kind of surprised to see that some people were starting to move towards some of those AP bot laners. Some things like normal would probably be the Ziggs, just because of the safety that it enables for the bot lane and allows supports to roam. But don't be surprised if you start seeing things like potentially even the Syndra being picked up more in the bot lane. To call out to like Junie, who was previously playing with us here, who would constantly bring that down. But that's something you could potentially see here. Console C being down there in the ADC role for PC Delta tonight. Potentially could see the Swain if it is not banned. That's generally a perma ban against him. So we could potentially see the Swain ADC as well. These AP bot laners making their constant stay right now in the bot lane. And real quick, FBot, thank you very much for the Prime sub, getting yourself 30 Days of Love. And Dr. Dirk, right back to back, starting up the hype for us. Thank you guys very much and guaranteeing yourself 30 Days of Love here with Valhalla Esports. You guys are awesome, giving us that support. And as I was saying, I'm not really surprised if we start seeing even things start gearing towards the Lux, the Heimerdinger, the brand even, especially with how much they can be flexed around right now. These teams can actually really jumble themselves up in the draft with what we could potentially see here between these two. And so we're going to get right into the draft. Just to point out real quick, as you guys do see, there are a new additions to PC Delta as Perfy is now up in that top lane. 420 Samurai is going to be the sub. And then we do have this for the support role for PC Delta. And then for Chumba, they have the ADC role being subbed out with Hamilcar. So that should sum up the teams really quickly there.
My sub scrub boys are leaving. I'm so proud.
He,
They're finding work in this
Pat's
trying
been doing a
time.
really good job with the sub teams. I just want to call out
Smile.
while we get into draft. He's been doing a really good job with the sub teams. Subs have been consistently getting picked up from his team as quickly as they get on. They're going right off. So just keep
Yeah.
showing up for the sub squad. If you get added on, keep being there and just being able to play the games, and you'll probably be getting picked up by a team. Some people do need to drop out for whatever reason or something. You might need to be subbed in. Trust me, you might be able to make yourself a mainstay of any of these teams. And even with it being week 5, there's still a big fight for the championship. As we see in the draft right here, they're going right for the throat. As we do see the Swain and Hui banned on Chumbawumbas side. PC Delta now banning out the Shaco and Zed.
Yeah, Zed's a little questionable, but I know Shaco being, I'm pretty sure it's like a casual plebs champion. It's one of them. Otherwise, he moves into a lot of the tanks. From my understanding, LeBlanc is another power pick. in the meta. Same thing with Jin. So some kind of general power picks and some comfort picks banned out right now. And Jinx B1, not what I was anticipating, but still a pretty strong 80 carry to see.
I think that with the new lethal changes, Chumbawamba definitely wants to give the Jinx a chance, especially if they're going to be trying to play towards a more scaling type of team. So at least getting the Jinx and her being one of the stronger 80 carries right now, again with the lethal tempo being added back into the game, I think that Chumbawamba is starting to give themselves off to a good start. But PC Delta going for one of the safest flex picks currently, I think, in the game between support and jungle with the Amumu and an extremely strong tank to just pick up immediately first pick. I think casual players being on that is going to make a really good effect for his team.
Yeah. And oh, Ashe actually. So there's what I was talking about. Ashe is also like a solid counter into the Jinx. It's pretty safe. You can do stuff if you bring that Amumu down to the bot lane for PC Delta. I don't know if it's exactly a Samurai champion, but he's not bad at the hook champ, so he can always make it work. It's a very, very strong and deadly bot lane with so much setup and so much kind of roam for that Amumu. But if it goes jungle, it's A-OK. That's a casual pledge champion right there.
Oh, we get the Scion Jungle?
Yes, sir, man.
Okay.
That is his goaded picks right there. He loves these tanks jungles. He's able to hard carry them through front lining and through just the high natural damage they have. And there is something that is super duper strong as well. Luxmid ain't as strong as her in the bot lane, but that like 54% win rate that we see in Diamond Plus from her is it's the same champion in mid lane, just more XP and a little less safety. So if that mid laner, if Astros actually from Chumbawamba is able to stay safe, he'll be very, very effective.
I'm very interested to see how they're gonna make the PC Delta is gonna make the Rakan work into their composition here. Is a pretty decent pick, I think, if they're looking for more engage, even though they do have the Amumu to be able to help set that up a lot. So I actually really like what PC Delta is setting up here. That Lux pick, as you called out with the 55+% win rate in Diamond Plus, is absolutely insane. And we talk about Teemo being a menace in this league or in general in League of Legends or like Shaco. No one ever really talks about how much of a menace Lux really is. And just really quickly call it out. PC Delta being on the first ban, banning out the Yasuo, then banning out Akali here to round out their bans. We do see Chumbawamba going for the top lane picks and the potential jungle flexes, getting rid of the Trundle, and then going straight for the jugular on that big tanky role and getting rid of the Mundo. So I mean, I still see it as that's actually just strictly a top lane.
Yep. That's a perfect pick right there. He loves that Mundo. He likes split pushing with it and being effective in team fights. So pretty strong to take out in a statistically strong champion. If you look at UGG and the win rates, but I'm not actually a big fan of the Vex here.
I haven't seen Vex in quite some time. I'm very interested to see how well that's going to work into their team. I like the Maokai being picked up here. It's actually a pretty decent either disengage or engage for your team, and it's actually a pretty good counter engage. If the Rakan and the Mumu decide to go in, they're basically forced to back off. So this is actually going to be really nice after post 6. The team fights between both these teams are going to be absolutely insane, and if they could get a really good setup with the Scion just training right in, it's going to be a big wombo combo with the Orianna being the final pick here for Chumbawamba. How are they going to be able to follow that up with PC Delta having the counter pick for the top side? I would be very interested to see what they end up going here. If they decide to give Perfy his Nasus, I think I've seen him on before. Oh, look at the call out.
Could call it a caster curse, but I think it's a blessing. Nasus is in a really, really good spot in the meta right now. I like him mid lane more so than anything else, but that doesn't change from his power in top lane. And with I know with Cop in the top lane, he loves his Maokai as just to be able to get the fuck off me pick. Up there, Nasus is gonna answer pretty well and be able to just kind of vibe it out. And also get stacks. So now it's going to kind of see how much can these tanks from Chumbawamba create space for the Ori to find the play and the Jinx to clean up. And for PC Delta, it's like, can we either get through these tanks with this dive from Vex, Rakan, and Amumu? But at the same time, I'm looking at like this Ashe and Nasus with that dive, and it's like, how are they going to really apply damage? You know, you got to kind of move the mountains, both physically, metaphorically, and actually literally, as there's both Maokai being a large tree and Scion being pretty tall according to animation. It's going to be a lot of space that PC Delta is going to have to kind of take and just destroy.
Yeah, I'm very curious of how they're playing with a little bit of fire here in their hands. I feel with PC Delta just because of personally for me, it's the Sion Maokai Oriana picks that make me be like, okay, hold the phone. Like now we're seeing Lux go towards the bot lane, which can be significantly more devastating against PC Delta as they're going to be getting consistently more poked out as the Lux does a decent amount of damage, even level 1. So I wouldn't be surprised that because of how they flexed it and they managed to switch this around, it's gonna be like you actually might be seeing more of like, hey, these two AP like damage type mages, they're gonna be like carrying the beginning of the game, and then all of a sudden the Jinx scales in, and it's just gonna be the Jinx show. Chumbawamba actually is played to I feel like they're playing to that point of, hey, we know that the Jinx needs time to scale, so let's go ahead and get the early onset damage and poke damage that'll be able to help her be able to like execute some kills in the beginning. And then once you get her excited in one team fight, it just becomes a whole shit show for your team if no one sticks on top of her. And I think that some of the audience is starting to agree as the predictions are up. We do see there 6.5k versus 3k in the favor of Chumbawamba. I do see an avenue where PC Delta can definitely win against this. I've seen the Perfy on his Nasus completely and utterly devastate in a raid boss mode towards the top side, and he will really split push you down. He has no problem with that. And I think that's why it was a good thing that they banned that Trundle, because he could literally just take turrets in your face. So I think they wanted to make sure they mitigate that any split push potential that they have, but not thinking about Perfy's Nasus was potentially a mistake in that top side. But we will see, as you pointed out before, it's generally been much stronger mid as of late.
Yeah, I don't think that like it detracts from it too much. We like it in the mid lane because it has better matchups. It kind of is able to just neutralize anything and what is not necessarily as volatile of a lane, but a lane that you kind of want to move around and press your W for and just kind of mess around with everyone around the map and have some fun. And you're much safer in that shorter lane. But there we go. We do actually get to see that speculate, so I get to quickly kind of talk about it. So I mentioned a casual plebs champion. I don't know exactly if anyone has discussed it, but casual plebs is a very, very good tank player. I've had the pleasure of watching some of his games just kind of on my own time. And it's been really, really great to see how well he's able to create space as a frontliner and also just effectively stay up on farm. So it's going to be a lot of pressure on PC Delta to not necessarily like not die to the ganks, but it's to like abuse what is a weaker early game from kind of a more non-traditional jungler, but it's still really good. So it's kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation for them, which is why I called out that Ashe in that Nasus with 3 divers. It's a little off theme, but it's not the end of the world, especially with wanting to not sprint lane down and picking a low range champion into Jinx. So I don't mind it too much. Something that we didn't talk about also with that Jinx B1 is Hamilcar is a very, very good Jinx. I would love to see what he's done on the sub team. It's been really great to kind of play around with in draft because I've always had this like super reliable, okay, I'm just going to B1 Jinx and figure out what's going to go on next with him. So I think that's a super duper powerful tool for Chumbawumbas, irregardless of them kind of lacking their normal AP carry style that they've liked to run throughout the season. Though I do like to kind of abuse Hamilcar's overextensions. He does that super duper often when he's kind of pushing up mid lane, pushing out side lanes as an AD carry. So that's your key as PC Delta in this series.
Alrighty, so I think, yeah, this is gonna be very interesting. I think anything like the early to maybe mid game, I think is gonna probably go more towards the PC Delta way, and then Chumbawumbas is gonna start really ramping it up come the mid game when they all have their ultimates. They're able to actually engage for themselves a little bit more. Like Sion Maokai is gonna be absolutely insane. Like you literally can't be in like any like one place or else you're basically getting hit.
Yeah, and the Oriole too. So you get close to them, you just get Oriolted, or it's gonna be a very either like a super fun to cast team fight for Chumbawumbas, or it's gonna be some like super duper good League of Legends played by PC Delta to kind of dance around that. So I'm excited to see it.
And
We're getting into the game here.
We're waiting to get right into the game.
Prelude client works.
Whenever the client decides to work.
Yeah, whenever it decides to. I hate doing this. So if I'm like casting or streaming and it just gets like this, it's just black screen, nothing, spinning wheel of death. There we go.
And now we're in it.
Let's go.
Alrighty, so we got the DRX Maokai. Okay, some interesting skins here.
It's
I've
up
never
to
seen that one.
Modlock to beat Quid's KDA. You've got it, Modlock. 1-9. You just got to be better than that. I believe.
Is this why the Vex is being picked? It was inspired by 100 Thieves.
Yeah, inspired to be better than 100 Thieves because he could do that. Double check Pyro on stream that it's looking correct because it is looking a little
Oh, there it
messed up.
goes. It just,
There we go.
It just corrected itself. There we go.
Beautiful. God, I love when Riot Client changes things randomly. Oh no, it's not loading. Even worse.
Oh man. Maybe some people haven't loaded in. Who knows?
It's been 3 minutes. How could they not load in? No mastery for the Vex. Unlucky. He's got 300k on Scion. Nah. That's actually crazy. Oh. Please? There we go.
Small indie company.
It's trying.
The client's trying today, but at least it's trying. It's getting the games here for you guys. As you guys can see, we're getting everything set up, and the teams are now getting set up, looking like they're about to take it safe as we're starting to see a standard 5-point by both teams set up. I kind of would actually like to see PC Delta invade.
He doesn't have items.
Oh, rip. Ori. Astros, if you're listening, you have no items.
It's too late. Can we get some 07s in chat for our Oriana with items? Real quick. Just pulling an Elioya strat. Real shit, Kazuto.
Gotta get everybody.
It happens. Happens from time to time. We hope he resets before 110 is able to make it back into lane in time. If not, this is kind of the advantage that you want to find if you're modlocked. You're out. There he goes.
Oh, there he realized it.
Someone told him. Unlucky. It happens. It's okay. He should make it back in time. He won't miss anything too big. Just a reminder, I got an ad, which means that you probably didn't if you're here. And if you did, make sure to sub.
And if you're currently waiting for the ad to end, I am so sorry, but you probably won't even hear that anyway.
Yeah, you won't even hear it anyway.
Yeah, ads are terrible people.
Fuck giving money to Amazon. They don't need any more of my money.
For real. Why do I need to give Bezos any more money than I already do?
Dude, he got a mega yacht. He needs another.
He needs a rocket to go into space.
We need to give him a rocket to go to space. Okay, the normal early trades, none of them landing anyway. You like to see it? Both teams generally playing pretty reserved, right?
I kind of expect that to be in, at least from the side of Chumbawumba, I kind of expect it to be a little bit more reluctant to want to fight as much. Even though Cop here already hitting level 2 first, now wanting to get a little bit of trades off, and he's not even taking any damage. Perfy having to get some HP taken down, sitting at about maybe 1/3 of his HP left. That was absolutely insane. Great trade by Cop.
Yeah, just a little bit of the AoE abuse from the Maokai here. That Q's gonna hit all the minions, gonna be able to get that push on just a little bit faster than that Nasus. Cooldown's also a little shorter, so good abuse, good little bit of early poke. It's never gonna stick because it's Nasus, and even though it's only one sentence of a passive, it's still really, really strong, and a little bit of a turret shot there, so evened up just perfectly for Perfy. Mid lane trains. Casual Plebs is walking mid lane. Could be trying to get a little bit of a cheese going off here. I can see it on the mini-map.
Yeah.
Nah.
Was he not
I
seeing?
don't like these. I don't like when junglers do this. It's like this one quadrant into reset always like hunts so much of your tempo, but this is kind of what he does. He plays Shaco from time to time too, so he likes to get these kind of little cheesy strats going off here. You can see him going in. I'm watching the mini-map because we're just watching two noodles fight each other top lane. Hello.
But Perfy now looking to try to get that first blood. Cop still having the HP advantage. Perfy having to back off, pop the pot. That's going to be a real quick one. I don't think he can flash in and get anything off of it, but he's definitely going to force Perfy to back.
It's going to force that TP out. It's pretty big. You don't like the TP really before like 4:30, 5 minutes. So you can see Perfy's trying to stay too. He's trying to abuse that passive again. Could actually find the kill. Cop is but these minions do hurt.
Yeah, you can't be fighting up in the wave like that, even with the extra HP vamp that you get. It still doesn't really work out for you because he does. I think also the passive from Maokai gives him a little bit of extra healing as well. So it would have definitely been just not necessarily a wet noodle fight, but I can kind of see where Cop could get the angle to go in and win it here, especially with no flash on the Nasus.
And he's a little low on mana, so it's gonna be a little tragic. But it's a-okay. Both these teams playing pretty even right now. That one little gold advantage we see is kind of all in the mid lane right now. Which is about expected.
So much damage too, though.
Mm-hmm.
Perfy able to get his back off and use the TP here. Was able to hold it for like I believe the 4-minute mark, which is at least pretty good. Bot lane's just gonna be boring for quite some time.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so uninteractive.
Hey, knockup landed.
Wait, hold on, something happens here
Camera.
in the bot lane as we manage to get the double root Hamilcar, getting the snare on his 420 Samurai, trying to go and get the shield, but gonna be the first blood trying to ramp up this Jinx. Jinx getting excited, getting the slow, gonna be trying to get a little bit more damage down, getting slowed down. Console C able to walk away, no need for the flash, but that's gonna be the first blood to the Jinx. Chumbawumba already on the map and they're looking good, ramping up where they wanted to get started.
Yeah, just as we were saying, nothing was happening in this bot lane there. A great Lux Root there is going to catch out both of Console and Samurai in the bot lane. Timmy, my boy, catching out PC Delta in that bot lane. And getting this Jinx ramped up is just going to be so scary for PC Delta. They kind of already have to walk around on a razor wire already. And this is just going to make it so much harder.
And that first, like, oh, wait. Hold on, Cop, are you...
Trying to get that. You can I think it's 1 or Q pyro, and it'll like if you just tap it once, it'll like snap to one of them real quick. It'll like just snap up their portrait.
Oh yeah, it's like you press like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah. I don't remember which one's blue side and red side, but you can like pop that up real quick and then it'll go away. It's awesome. That's what like the actual specs do in Riot. It's really funny. Oh wait.
Oh, we might be getting a fight up in the top side potentially. We do
He's
have
discovering
6. The ult was used by the Nasus here. First Drake is being started up right now by PC Delta.
Oh, nice tempo play.
At one little bit of an advantage for themselves. They may have lost the first blood potential, but at least they can get this first Ocean Drake, and that's actually pretty nice for wanting to sustain a little bit in the lane.
Yeah, it's gonna help with that sustain a little bit. It's also more just like Chumbawumbas has this bot lane. They generally have bot lane prow. So PC Delta understands this and they realize this is our one big chance. We don't know where Sion is. We also haven't seen him forever, but we kind of know he clears a lot anyway, and he's not gonna be able to fight too hard, so we can just go for it. Just
they're
like
going
this, your mid lane.
in onto Astros. Had to use the ult to be able to get away. They're still using the flash. Not gonna be able to land.
Dodge.
Fancy Pete makes it easy for him. Astros flashing the mastery, showing you can't get me.
Clean movement from Astros there, but I don't disrespect the play from PC Delta. Wait, oh no, it's nothing. But I don't like hate this play from PC Delta here. They're just trying to find something.
No, instead, Wily Smelly going to be able to go in on Casual Plebs, now having a little bit of a fight here, but Casual Plebs having the level advantage and the team advantage as they decide to pop up, and that's going to be Wily getting knocked up and taking out. Astros returning the favor and taking the kill. Oh, but hold on, Cop looking for that fight. Perfy has no ultimate. Could he actually do it? He doesn't have any way to fight him there.
Neither of them can really kill each other. Cop doesn't have the mana. Perfy doesn't have the HP. But in the mid lane there, a little bit of an overstay for PC Delta. I like that. Like the fight right after Dragon. That's a great tempo play on top of it. You're kind of skipping the opponent's turn, going for yours again, but then just an overstay. They're trying to find it again. It's just not quite it. You need to take a chill pill. It's okay that you messed up. Just wait for the opportunity again. Don't try and force it. And you see what happens when they force it there. Chumbawumbas have so much time to rotate, and they know this play is going to happen again and again because we're constantly in that wave. Perfy doesn't have mana.
Another one here. Yes, this is what I was hoping for. Casual Plebs trying to go in on the Perfy. He has to try to get away. Gets under his turret. Gonna be trying to trade around, but it's not gonna be able to do anything. And Perfy. Oh, did I go out?
No. Nothing happened. The wet noodle fight, baby.
Yeah, the wet noodle fight. I thought it was gonna be. I thought Sion was gonna be able to. I was hoping that Casual Plebs was gonna make that rotation over, but nothing happening in the bot lane there. I was hoping that Tim might be able to get another lucky snare and start a whole another chain reaction to get in that bot lane. But real quick, that's what I was hoping for, that Casual Plebs would make that rotation up and be able to make something happen there. Unfortunately, not going to be able to do so. But instead, now we're just gonna get. We had gotten a wet noodle fight on the top side, and both the teams are now just trying to even themselves out, especially with the 2K gold lead already here at 10 minutes for the side of Chumbawumba. They're really trying to sit here and define themselves as one of the top teams in this league right now.
Yeah, I respect their late game team fighting so much. It's so hard to kind of like, when I think about how do I deal with Chumbawumbas, even when I think about their early, like, okay, I gotta abuse them early game, they're really clean at tempo, surprisingly, for a team that's pretty undersalaried. And you know, we don't really hate on like lower salary players. It's just like you never expect this when you're kind of looking on paper. So they play super clean. They hit this late game scenario and they just duke it out with you, and they go hand and fist. They're willing to play those kind of weirder picks and draft, such of like the Maokai top, the Sona, the AP bot laners that we don't see too often. And they're really clean. And PC Delta's not necessarily in a similar case. They just compete both in the early and the late game. They've got the firepower in Modlock. They used to have it in Spoobert. I think Perfy's.
Oh, they're going to be able to use the Ash Arrow, get the land on him. Wily Smiley going to be down here, but they don't know that Casual is also here as well. And Samurai going to lose his life over to the Casual pleb Scion, and they're trying to get another one. Console going to be able to return the kill, but that's going to be Scion getting, or actually Timberly getting the kill on the Scion, and now Wily Smiley all alone in between two, and Casual plebs to secure another as Modlock going to be taken out in a solo dolo in the mid lane, and it's looking like Cobb looking for 1-2, but Perfy able to step away.
I love being wrong. I put my money on Chumbawumbas. Well, not my money. I put my points on Chumbawumbas. I love being wrong. I call them, you know, they don't do too many things in the early game. Immediately after that, great bot lane play, great counter dive from Casual plebs. Not necessarily like saving Flash for the arrow, but it happens. It's okay. We can call it a bait for the team fight and say worth. But a huge team fight in the bot lane there. We just missed that play in mid lane there. Maybe Astros can post that in his big plays from official matches in our channel there in the Discord server. But irregardless, a solo kill in the mid lane for Ori into Vex is pretty like non-traditional. So that just like shows what we're kind of expecting in this disparity in the mid lane. Astros is so clean on pretty much any of his picks. So just kind of curious, how is PC Delta going to manage this Wily Smile though?
Wait a second, Wily, you're really in between one person, and that's going to be Astros able to secure that, and that's going to be the Void Grubs now going over to the side of Chumbawumba. I think he just couldn't really get away. He had no flash, he had no way of escaping, so I think he just accepted that. I think he was able to get one of them before he was killed, so I think that's at least he got something out of that. But still very unfortunate to give away more gold. But hold on, Perfy now looking for the advantage. Cobb missed flashing, not going to be able to get away. And Perfy getting a solo dolo, finally getting a little bit of something returned to the side of PC Delta.
Yeah, eventually the NASA is going to have enough stacks to be able to kill the Maokai. This wasn't necessarily like not expected. He's got 267 at 12 minutes. He's just been allowed to free farm this whole game. I don't know how he's going to match up into the Orion, into the Jinx, but if there's someone to do it, it's got to be Nass this game, but I don't exactly know what PC Delta can do to play around it. Amumu's 0-3, struggling to find gold. Oh, Perfy.
Oh boy, yeah,
Perfy.
trapped into the turret, but not gonna get hit by the ult, and that's gonna be the end of it. Still trying to get chased down. They're looking for something. Vex doesn't have the ability to ult in and be able to help out, but Cobb's still gonna be able to secure the rest of the fruit. Not gonna be able to land, but Wily able to get it. Helmakar not gonna be able to step away as Wily manages to land the second bandage toss, able to get him the kill.
Oh, they might be donating this to Astros? Oh, yes, they are.
Oh yeah, that's nicely done, giving him the 4th kill of the game for himself, and that's going to be another one going over to Astros. Technically, not a solo dolo there, but now the second Drake going to be started up by the side of, oh wait, look at this, Tim sitting there trying to do something, but they find the Vex in the middle there, and that's going to be Astros securing another kill. Now the fight's looking kind of dicey. Casual Plebs is here, can train right on in, manages to land the Drake, to be able to secure the Drake, but Red Team looking kind of dire there for their lives. They have to try to get away. The Lux does not have the ultimate to be able to use, but they're going to be able to secure the Rakan as they are able to get Amumu on the top side there. Directed camera doesn't know where to look. Too much split fighting going on.
And the split fighting always benefits the team with more gold, and that's Chumbawumbas here. I respect the hell out of what PC Delta is doing here. They're trying to find some sort of advantage. They're saying, fuck it, I just dropped what I was messing around with.
Oh, jeez, those gold leads.
Yeah, those gold leads are looking a little tough there.
2100 in the mid lane.
Yeah, 2100 in the mid lane. It's just 600 in the top lane. What's that? Fucking like 2000 in bot lane. Another 1k in bot. 800 or so in the AD carry role. 900 in support. It's just so hard if you're PC Delta. They found their one play, but they just overextended again. Both teams kind of finding their little bits of overextension. Perfy gonna find that first tower on the Nasus. He is getting a little scary, but I don't know how he's gonna match up into the Ori. I feel like he's gonna be able to challenge her on the side lane, especially when this is happening.
That was a huge amount of gold that he just got right there, because that was all turret plates with first turret, plus the fact that it was an objective bounty as well.
Wiley, why didn't we gank?
Wait, why? He doesn't have a turret to go to.
Wiley, was he scared? Maybe he hard read this Lux in the top lane. Now they're playing for that counter kick. Maybe he just like hard read it and he's got forbidden knowledge. But
Cobb getting caught out, but everybody else getting caught too. As the ultimate come out, Modlock getting absolutely eviscerated. 0-3 as Casual Plebs goes on a killing spree. Then we got Perfy trying to run away, not going to be able to do so as Cop has taken revenge and slain the dog.
Yeah, it seems like no matter how much Astro knowledge you have to hard read the enemy team in that top jungle, you still can't quite stop someone from making the misposition there. The masturbator, as Kazuto said in chat. Thank you so much. I'm glad I said that. That is the one time I'll be saying that this stream. However, it's these like minor little mistakes from PC Delta that's just starting to stack up, and now it's Chumbawumbas. How do you end before you just make your one mistake as well? How do you kind of end fast enough?
I'm gonna say this. I do like seeing the fact that they are really trying to split up the rest of the team, and like they were taking advantage of the fact that Jinx was alone for so long. Samurai though gonna be able to catch out the Lux ult and everything taken out, so that's gonna be the Amuma ulti actually catching him out on the very edge, gonna be able to get him. Astro shut down as Wiley's able to secure that, but Casual Plebs coming in from the top row, trying to get him secured down, and a lot of slain lives as Casual Plebs goes on a rampage, able to take out Rakan, but that's going to be Timberland also having to lose his life. Wiley trying to get away from the Scion, but not going to be able to do so. The Fear able to save the life of the Amumu as he continues to walk away, but Perfy able to take that kill up in that top side with the snipe of the rocket from downtown. That's going to be Hamilcar getting another kill in the Jinx.
Just a complete juxtaposition of what we were seeing here in the early game. Both teams kind of being super controlled. 6-minute hits, time to fight. In the meantime,
is that gonna be the future of the
it's
kill?
over for him.
Oh no,
It's ish over for me.
Nice arrow from Console to attempt to snipe that kill out. But it's gonna be Vex able to finally put themselves on the board with another kill, and hopefully bring some of this gold back into their pockets and start to swing a little bit of this luck into their favor. What did you say, 1-9? So they're already doing better?
Yeah, they're doing a little better. 2 kills, but it's okay. You can still beat the overall KD number. Perfy's gonna get both towers solo gold, so this is actually good death.
I don't think they needed the ult there, but they were.
Not good death.
It was a good death. It was a good death. He managed to still get that tower. He's making it look good for them, even though that they were really looking like on the kill screen. He had 16-7. They're managing to claw back this gold lead for themselves, utilizing the objective, splitting up the map, and forcing people to go answer Perfy at any point wherever he is. They're not able to get these team fights that they want to do to be able to get the Jinx excited, get her started up, and really make this mid game what Chumbawumbas want. PC Delta looking like they're starting to swing the game around into their favor.
Yeah, and we can see on that Jinx build, she is opting into that lethality front-loaded damage build, which I do like better. Not before this patch. I understand how hard IE is to build second for AD carries because it's 3,600. It's the most expensive in the game. It's kind of annoying, and it's not really that good, but you just kind of need it. I don't like this build anymore as much, but it's still fine. It's all good. That rocket does so much damage. It looks like PC Delta should be opting into giving this up unless Perfy's calming that he's going to try and TP. This is such a hard fight, especially when you're expecting this 5v5.
We have the TP coming in
they're
from both.
doing
They
it.
want a 5v5 right here. Cop
Oh,
not getting
gonna
caught
miss.
out by the W from the Recon. They're looking for the fight as they manage to get the Fear Jinx off on the
Wiley on the
backside.
backside.
Mumu maybe to get him off on the bottom side there. But Tim
Oh, no.
caught in between. Wiley gonna be slain. Astro's taking that kill. This is not the fight that they were looking for. As Cop
so split
trying to
the
take
back
out
line.
someone, but the back line right there getting absolutely slain as Samurai goes down. Console C trying to get away. Perfy though looking like a raid boss, but not able to find any targets. He can't slay anyone. Timberland gonna take that kill. That is absolute evisceration by the side of PC Delta, not losing a single member, even though the fight looks so damn dicey.
Yeah, Chumbawumbas just demolish them. It's the slapping with the wallets. It happens. Thank you, Lethal's Energy, for the sub. But Chumbawumbas, when you're trying to team fight and you're trying to engage there, I understand what Amumu's doing in the jungle there, but it's on, like, you can kind of pick who is at fault there from PC Delta. It's like, was it on Amumu for making a bad pick, or was it on the rest not going on that pick? And I kind of like, I'm veering towards the Amumu. It's such a it's like a max range hook, and you kind of get the one-man ult, and everyone's so far away, you're already in front. It's okay just to chill. He's trying to find the backline. It's okay just to hook that Maokai. He's gonna die. It's fine. Just beat me this week. Irregardless, super good fight from Chumbawumbas. Good kiting from Hamilcar and Astros there, finding all the peel they need to keep themselves alive. But PC Delta still kind of feels like they're in the driver's seat. They're just losing these kind of team fights, and they just need to, like, the worst thing to say there, you just need to kind of focus up and be a little more mindful of these engages.
And there's an engage right there. Console C finding a perfect target as Astros is now being targeted by the rest of the team. Modlog able to land his ultimate as well, but not going to be able to get the engage that he's looking for. Now is Casual Plebs looking to turn it around as the rest of the team is stacking up right here. That's two ultimates used by both of the carries here on the side of PC Delta. Not going to be able to
not theirs anymore.
anything. And now the
This
game
isn't real.
is no longer in their driver's seat. This is officially in the ownership of the side of Chumbawumbas, and they're looking for a target, something to do, something to get that they can potentially utilize to be able to start taking the Baron with. But instead, actually, I like the fact that they're playing very, very carefully here on the side of PC Delta. They still have the potential of getting a really good catch, especially if Scion's not around. They can actually potentially find one good target. Ash Arrow is on a
Hollow Radiance picked up.
and actually both Ash and the Vex's ultimates should both be up and ready for the next fight that comes up. They are definitely looking to fight for that Baron though. This is looking still pretty bleak right now, as it's a 5k gold lead for the side of Chumbawumbas, and they are trying to really close this game out. They don't want to allow much more scaling from the side of they don't want to allow much more from the side of PC Delta to happen, especially with Perfy on this Nasus. That's just going to be way too much after a while, because even in that really botched up fight, Nasus still took a long time to take down.
Yeah, he's super duper tanky. All the healing's going to matter a lot, but this is where we want to see PC Delta win, is these picks, but it looks like they're going to opt not to. They're going to kind of sniff something out. Maybe Sign was getting a little too close for their comfort. So they do need to just find a pick before any objective or any team fight's going to happen. And if you can't find that, you need to just let 2 come to this Nasus. You need to let Nasus push into Maokai, so he needs to start pushing this more and more. And it looks like he's finally going to start doing that. If you're Chumbawumbas, let it happen. It's okay. Look how far he has to go. Force a fight in the meantime. In this 4v4, you guys are so much stronger. You've still got casual plebs to frontline. And it looks like Cop's going to get caught out, so we're going to see a pick. Oh, good arrow.
This is unfortunate. Nice arrow there. 420 Samurai also there to be able to assist as it's 3 versus 1 getting caught out. The Cop is taken down as Perfy is going to take that next kill. Still looking damn good, even though 3 and 4 on the Nasus. This is still going to look pretty rough.
Yeah, it's still a little more on the rough side. Oh, could be a fight. Oh, we moved.
Oh, there we go.
Wiley.
Wiley going to be able to catch out 2 members as Timberland's trying to run away. He's going to be the first one slain as 420 Samurai is going to be able to take that kill. This is the fight that's possibly going to lead to the absolute evisceration as the Ash just going ahead and just doing the damage, trying to slay down casual plebs. Flashes over the wall right into the waiting arms of Perfy. Going to use the Ghost, but the ultimate from the Scion going to be used there to get away. And without any other members there, it's a call for the Baron from the side of PT Dome.
Yeah, good Baron, good pick. This is what I was talking about, though. You find these picks before the objective. You understand someone's going to have to be somewhere. Astro's spending so much time in that bot side. It's okay he got that bot tower. I feel like Chumbawumbas still has the clear. This isn't necessarily a bad one. Oh, the rocket. Oh, good block. Almost a fucking terrified.
To be able to
Almost
secure
terrified.
that Baron. And real quick, Lethal's Energy, thank you for the prime sub. Once again, guaranteeing yourself
another
good
arrow?
with the Valhalla cast. And we're going to see an
Oh.
arrow not going to land. It looks like he was directly in the bush. And that could have been potentially a catch out on Astros and a potentially a really good kill for the side of PC Delta to be able to get. I do see what's looking like potentially.
Take this, right? You don't go for this dragon. You have no ults.
I mean, they have no ults, but it's looking like where's this?
Oh.
There's Scion right behind
That's
it.
not
They do have
TP.
the TP coming in. Wiley
Full
is
fight.
waiting there. He goes in, flashes
Oh,
in,
no.
gets the ultimate, but we're waiting for the perfect
PC
TP
Delta.
as they're managed to get onto the Ashe. No, they don't. We do see Wiley Smiley going down, but they still do have the ability to let Ashe run away. Astro's chasing her down.
the word.
420 Samurai trying to make something happen, but Timberly going to be able to land a little bit of the ultimate, and that's going to be Hamilcar getting the first kill. Now ramped up, trying to chase him down as he's going to be able to start getting more as he gets another kill. Actually, no, that's going to be Astros taking that one, and that's going to be Hamilcar getting his double kill as he takes out Perfy, and that's going to be PC Delta falling apart.
Yeah, all that work PC Delta put into that Baron. I called it out before. You don't have ults. No one was really committed to the fight besides Wiley Smile, and it showed as he landed a pretty solid Mumu engage, and no one else was able to follow up. You're missing your Colin ult at the start there. You were missing Ashe ult, and you weren't missing Vex ult right away. But it's just like, it's okay to give a dragon. Go push a side lane. Go chill. What's that whole line? It's like, eat a moon pie. Chill. I need to learn that one. That guy, that's what PC Delta needs to do. They need to chill out, eat a moon pie, push some waves. It's okay to lose this dragon. I know you guys have two, and you're like, we need that third, we need that soul point. We don't want to give all these infernals. It's like, it's okay. You already broke the rules and got Baron. Just get some towers too. But it's fights are good. Chumbawumbas awesome at these fights. They were handed that fight on a silver platter, and they did really well. And it good on them, of course. Oh,
And right now, it's looking like they're going to find
Zion
Casual
moment.
Plus trying to attempt to invade in the jungle. He is very tanky, though, going to attempt to get away. I think the ultimate was not used yet, but unfortunately, he's not getting away from anybody. Goes unstoppable. Wiley finally able to get a little bit more into his pocket. He's still the one who ends up taking that kill. I would really like to start seeing them try to funnel these kills into Ashe as much as possible, but I do understand just trying to secure that kill and punish Casual Plus for just being in the jungle like that.
which ones? You can call it the name because I don't actually know. Is it Lord Melkor? I don't. Is it
Eli Wood.
Eli Wood?
Wood.
I forgot the name.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Lord
Mr.
Melkor.
Lulutop. Oh,
Jinx
did
tried
not
to.
get it.
I mean, I think if Jinx landed that rocket onto Modlock, that would have been executed by the Collector, maybe?
Nah,
No.
I don't know. Wasn't paying attention to that one. I didn't think he fucking threw a rocket there, to be honest.
He just tried to, I guess he was just trying to steal the red buff. I don't know.
It's such a short cooldown, though. It's okay. Yeah, this is more what I was expecting from PC Delta here. Is just let this Nasus push. Now when the Maokai's randomly engaging, something's up, guys. We need to start pulling a trigger here in the mid lane there, but you can't get away from him because you weren't able to run away in time. Finally using Ghost.
And I like seeing that he's actually switching up target.
Oh, good arrow. He's out.
Nice console. Gonna be able to get Perfy out of there. This is where we want. Yes, please push that mid tower. I want to see the mid tower taken. Get this objective bounty. Be able to at least make something go your way, especially after losing that Baron. Nicely done by PC Delta to be able to secure this mid tower and mitigate another death for them happening as Perfy is able to walk away with his life thanks to that nice clutch Ashe arrow from console C.
Yes, sir. That is exactly what you do in a 4-1 comp there. You see 2 in the bot lane, 3 in the bot lane. Okay, all good. I'm going to run away now, says the 1, as the 4. Take something else somewhere is usually the thing, but mid lane tier 1 falling gives you a little more space to work with. Sometimes it's fake, sometimes it's real. It's just standing gold at this moment, so we need to get rid of it, says PC Delta. Dragon coming up in 2 minutes, Baron in 130. Want to see a little more. Oh my lord, that's a few stacks.
I really want to see right now just, if anything, I want to see the fact that Chumbawumbas right now has the game basically in their hands at the current moment. They could definitely like look at the 4K difference in the mid lane. Jesus.
It's just a little bit of a tragic game, but still better than Quid.
Cop, wait a second. There we go. We got the flash,
no.
but it might not be enough.
It's not gonna
Wiley's
matter.
walking up, and he able to land
Wither
it.
uptime.
Cop, you're looking like you're gonna be dog food, but no, you're not. Instead, you're becoming a friend with the sad mummy as you're sent to the gray screen. Wiley Smiley able to confirm that kill.
Top lane too. Astros almost got picked off there in the top lane too. A double dip almost going in favor of PC Delta tells me that they're not necessarily in the driver's seat of this game, but they're still willing to make plays. Very, very, very nice to see there. But Chumbo was getting a little bit sloppy there. They're kind of missing the mark on how they're asking the question, how do we end this game? And if I'm Chumbawumbas, it is pretty much not caring about the Nasus. Don't send anything. Push harder around this Ori. That Ori's 10-1. Just do something with her. Even like unironically sending Scion bot lane at this point because he's got enough wave clear with that Hall of Radiance wouldn't be a terrible idea. I know. No, the jungle smites in the bot lane. Just fight them. It's okay. My Ori's 10-1. You are dead now. It's gonna work. I swear. But of course, not what's happening here. Their Chumbawumbas seems a little closer to like a 1-3-1. They're not quite setting up in that 1-3-1 properly. Dragon coming up in 20 seconds. If you lose this, if you're PC Delta, it feels terrible. If they get this, it feels great. For Chumbawumbas, all good, bro. We can just fight you still.
I really wish Perfy was actually top, drawing more attention towards top if they were trying to fight here for this.
He wants to be your bot lane. He could get picked off. Ashero?
Ashero manages to catch it, but Casual Pleb's going to be able to find the jungler, the other jungler right in front of him. Wiley's not able to hold him down. Console C now able to dodge out on much more. But Timberland, though, getting caught out on the backside. Modlock able to take that kill. Cryptloom able to give him the heal. Hamilcar, though, trying to cleanse. Not going to be able to do it. And that's going to be the absolute rip as 2 more kills go over to the side of the Vex. And Perfy drawing 3 members over. And now a TP coming in. Modlock trying to help as he's looking for Astros getting slain. Astros goes golden. Cop taking out Modlock. But that's going to be Astros going down as Console C gets another kill. And we're going to be looking for Cop now next as 420 Samurai able to take that kill. Perfy now looking at Casual Plebs as the next target of his evisceration as they're looking to take him down, and that's going to be the ace going over as Console C takes that kill. This is going to be the Drake, and that's the momentum that this team needed to be able to bring themselves back into this game.
Yeah, so I said that that Chumbawumbas could fight in a 4v4 and win. That was not a 4v4. Yeah, they actually threw this Sag. It is indeed they threw this. They just seem like so lost on how to end this game. They kind of feel like, oh, Nasus is like pushing this lane. What do we do? How do we get people around them? That was 700 gold for Perfy as well. Jesus Christ. That's a bit of money. Are you doing damage to him?
Right
oh, they
now.
are doing damage. Huh? This
There's-
could be
They
bad.
still have that armor pen, and that's the ignite down, but
Not
the
he's gone.
Wither.
Oh, good.
Nice fancy feet, not
Clean.
getting slowed, and yeah,
That's
like
Baron.
that's the Baron. Oh my God, look at that! PC Delta able to really swing it around for themselves as they're just making the right calls in this closest to the late game.
They're gonna try anyway. They're gonna try for this like exit fight here.
That's
It
smart.
could be good. Wait,
Console, other way.
Oh!
Gets absolutely eviscerated and blown up as the shutdown goes over to the Orianna. Nice ulti landing on the 2 of them, and now there's gonna be the big fight that they needed. Able to catch him on the end, but Wiley Smile's gonna be able to take the kill as Astros goes down, and they're still continuing the chase. Casual Pleb looking for Wiley Smile as he's able to see him there, but that's not gonna be able to be it. That's the only Console being the only member down, but at least Nasus has this Baron buff, and he's looking for that bot tower. He does not
Can you
care.
get a bop?
And the slide. Oh my God!
Another one. Bam.
He literally just.
God,
says,
I love
"Oh."
this champion. I love this champion so much. I love and hate it so much. It's so frustrating at times to play against, but it's so awesome to have on my team. It feels like you have so many options always to do. Perfy's been doing such a great job dragging pressure, and he's given time for Modlock and Wiley and Console to get back in this game. I do want to see a Bork bot by Console, but it's not the end of the world if he doesn't. I think that move speed is going to be super duper useful. Astros almost able to pull off the heroics there. Wiley Smile going to be able to find that great Amumu bandage toss onto, oh my lord, 855. But he's going to find a great bandage toss onto Astros to kind of cut his heroics short. And now if I'm Chumbawumbas, it is turbo doomed because I just spent like 4 minutes not knowing how to end game and not knowing what to do, and then the enemy team just scaled back into it. I'm getting flashbacks, Sally, to a game I watched last week, and I'm not feeling too good about it. But it's a-okay. PC Delta now 100% in this driver's seat. We want to see them with this Baron buff push harder and harder and harder. They need to take more and more of this map space. Honestly, 5-man mid, fuck it. If they send 5 mid, we all good, we walk away. That's what I'm calling right now.
I'm actually wouldn't be surprised here if we do end up seeing like, if anything, they're gonna end up sending like 2 or 3 over the perfect. They don't want to risk this end hit potentially getting taken down on this bot side. The Drake is already, they're already on soul point. It's so crazy to see how doomed it feels right now for the side of Chumbawumbas after they've been in the driver's seat for so long of the game, having a gold lead as much, I believe, as 5K at some point, and now it being swung away from them, even though it's not by much. Astro's getting caught by the wide arrow. H2O Modlock able to go immediately in, able to secure that kill, and that's so big. As we were just calling out, they just need some kind of pick, or they just gonna keep sending people down towards Perfy. And right now, the way it worked is that they got an insane pick. They have nothing here to be able to stop this Baron push. Who can stop Perfy? Who can stop this 4-man stack here in the mid lane right now? Even with casual plebs here as the big tank to be able to soak up a lot of this damage. I just noticed this. It looks like Ashe now is starting to build towards Lord Doms. So this is going to be a lot of damage coming out from this Ashe. And I'm waiting for a bonk. There we go. Another bonk from the Nasus is just going to go ahead and eviscerate your objectives as well.
Oh, wait, that healing.
Oh, wait, he does not care about Cop anymore. He's like, yep, let me look at the Jinx. And they're trying to go ahead and get this tower in the mid side. Baron buff has just worn off, but they're still in complete control going in, stacking up that CC. Nicely done. Consul C able to secure that kill. Gets the arrow, lands it on the casual plebs, goes in. Modlock getting another kill on the Hamel car. They're going to continue this fight. Casual plebs trying to run away as the rest of the team is looking to get the rest of the injectors. Casto not going to be able to get anything as he's able to get the ultimate to land on, as Samurai able to get the ultimate to land on the Cop, but that's going to be Cop nearly dying in the back off as he... Oh, wait a second. What the hell is going on now? Do they even need to continue that? Perfy, though. That's what's going on. Perfy is just in between the two turrets trying to go in. This is not good, though. PC Delta now going to be absolutely going to have to... They're just devastated now. They lost 2 members, not able to get anybody off of any of that fighting. They're able to at least get the inhib in one Nexus turret. Holy crap. I can't even think. Not Terminus on Ashe.
Yeah, it would help a lot. It has more armor pen, more armor pen, more tankiness, and MR. It's solid. I like it a lot over the Lord Doms. Now that Lord Doms doesn't have Giant Slayer on it. Regardless, I hope he took cut. No, cut down doesn't work anymore. Oh no, no Lord Grom. But that will be thanks to those exit frags that Chumbawumbas was able to pick up. Of course, it costed 2 inhibs and an inhib tower. They're going to be able to pick up this 3rd dragon. Oh, Ashe almost found on a sign, but I don't think that means anything. This is still 50-50 while he's alive.
I do see that.
Hey, yo.
But he's going in the background by himself. That's going to be the Vex all able to land on the one person. Wily able to at least blow him up before they're able to get in there. Astro's not in the fight. Trying to get onto the Jinx. Not going to be able to do so. Modlock now in the background, but that's Consul C also there ready to help. So they don't have a jungler, but they at least have the ability to still fight here. It's a 4v4 as the Timberling goes down. Modlock able to get another kill. Casual plebs trying to take down his Drake, but not going to be able to do it fast enough. He's trying to walk away. 1000 blue team is taking the Infernal Drake. Barely misses, but it's going to be Casual plebs still going down. And the Drake, actually Perfy now could just win the game for them. That's 2 members down. Actually about to be 3. And he can just literally just take the turret right in his face. There's no way that Cop... Yeah, this is GG.
Bomb.
Yeah. And we're just gonna watch this get bonked. Oh, he's trying to bonk the Jinx instead. Yep, there we go. Next getting bonked. We're about to get another one as they get in here. And I love it when I bet against the odd to win them channel points, baby. PC Delta taking the game after a really bleak look in the beginning.
My points. They're gone.
Yum, 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 yum.
Yum, yum. They go to the hedgers, but it's a-okay. Great game from PC Delta there. Staying sane in that game is so tough without that scoreboard. Look, they don't get the gold advantage in the game, so they just kind of see, yes, we're down 20-9. it's okay. We'll somehow make it back. And they just do. It wasn't even like so far hard as like relying on throws. It was off of picks from Wiley. It was off of that pressure Perfy was able to get. And it's off of Modlock proving me wrong on this Vex playing super duper well. It was his Q that just absolutely demolished Astros in that backline from the engage from Wiley. That was kind of like a suspect flash from Wiley. You see those all the time. And I see those never work in solo queue. So I saw them like, oh no, I'm about to watch a clip. And I did watch a clip. Not a good kind for me and my channel points, but it's a phenomenal game from PC Delta and all that momentum going into game 2 for them.
That was absolutely insane at the end there. I was not expecting. Honestly, okay, when it hit like 25 minutes, I was like, okay, cool. We're gonna just have some, little whatever. They're gonna, Chumbawumbas gonna be able to end this. At this point, the Jinx is already ramped up. Astros is astronomically fed, not to make a pun on his name, but it's just like I was just kind of, Casual Plus was playing very well. Cop was being able to mitigate Perfy as much as possible, and even though then it still was just too much. Jesus, we got some 420 Samurai with a 3.5 vision score per minute. Oh my jeez, man.
Yeah, they PCW did super duper well in this game. I want to see them clean up that early game. You shouldn't be dying that much, even into like some of these matchups. It was like some really really rough stuff, especially Wily Smile. Clean up that early game a little bit, and this is going to go so much smoother. And for Chumbawumbas, it's just figuring out how to win. At times, it literally is just 4 or 5 manning some lane and just telling the enemy team to respond. And you have the tools to start fights. You do have Maokai if you send them. You do have Cyan if you send them. And if not, you're going to get what you want because you had a strong Lux and Jinx. So I want to see them kind of understand that they have these advantages and just push something and do something that isn't just catch waves in neutral. Should be good there. These teams probably want to like talk about their own drafts. I feel like I covered enough. Malco, I feel like you got anything else to talk about before we send it to break?
Aside from the fact that I'm very surprised by the. Let me just say this for PC Delta, I'm very very impressed by the ability to keep their mental up high enough to be like, all right, we things are looking bleak, but we can do something. We see these. I don't know who was in there in the call saying like, hey, we got this, guys. Somebody had to be the voice of reason on this team, and whoever it was, keep that person as the voice of reason. And I want to definitely say 420 Samurai able to really pick up the vision game, able to keep like honestly they were getting a lot of those picks because of some weird vision pockets that they had out of nowhere before fights would happen. And that was partially because of the support constantly being on that vision duty. So I definitely want to make sure that support, the supports get their due diligence. And it's just PC Delta that's why they're a top team in the league. That's why. It's just you're looking at a team who's able to keep their mental up even when things start to look bleak. And it's like if Chumbawumbas was able and like had the same kind of mentality in that sense, like of like, hey, even though we keep losing these small fights, we can still go for it. Like they would have probably won this game no matter what. But if from the way it's looking, like the mentality has not changed for either one of these teams right now, as both of them are going to be keeping the same sides for game 2. So that's going to be PC Delta on red and Chumbawumbas on blue. And so that should influence some of the picks between the two. I don't think necessarily that Chumbawumbas needs to change their team composition. I think they just need to make sure that they don't. I think just going into the late game, the mid late game, a little bit smarter with like how they set up vision, set up around objectives might need to be done a little bit better for themselves, and how they handle those engages. Maybe take away some of those bans. Maybe take away the Ash for yourself since you have first pick. How about taking away the Ash from console and still taking away the Swain, so that you don't have to worry about either one of those, and then you have that ability with the Ash to long range engage with the arrow. I just think they might need a little bit more, not utility, but a little bit more agency in that bot lane to be able to get themselves really going and then go from there. I just think if you take away that same agency from PC Delta, then they don't have the ability to really work the same way they did and get themselves to claw themselves from 6 feet under like they did in that game.
Damn. He went over it. Should be good.
I think
These teams want to break. Yeah, these teams probably want to break. I kind of want to get some water. I need to get a little bit more water. You
Yep.
probably need some water after all of that.
Oh,
A little bit
yeah.
of yap, but it's A-O-A. We'll see you all in probably a few minutes.
Yep, give us a few moments. We'll send it right over to the break, and then we probably be getting into draft by the time the break is over. So you guys will be seeing us soon.
In the heart of the night, we rise. Axes gleam beneath the skies. Thunder roars, the battle cries. We won't fall, we won't disguise. Storm the gates, our hearts ignite. In the fray, we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm, we take our flight. Fight the Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name, we never stall. For Valhalla, we give it all. In the chaos, we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Our hearts ignite. In the fray we find our light. Shields up high, we hold so tight. Through the storm we take our flight. Fight through Ragnarok, we stand tall. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla we give it all. Through the chaos we prevail. Heed the ancient call, fight for all. In Odin's name we never stall. For Valhalla give it all. In the chaos we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we set our sail. In the chaos we prevail. Warriors' hearts in full detail. Legends rise and never pale. For the gods we give it all. For Valhalla we give it all. We give it all. We give it all. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost. Through the fire and the frost, nothing here is ever lost. In the battle we are crossed. Every life we pay the cost.
My little
All
one-field
right.
bet.
Welcome back in. Getting all lined up, getting ready for draft.